Yo guys, welcome to today's video. So I figured out instead of creating videos and everything, let me just stream these things. So the first market that we're going to analyze is the first market in my watch list, gold. So I'm going to break down gold yesterday and gold today, and tell you what I'm looking for. So the first thing, I have to sacrifice all this analysis. You can clearly see this is my analysis from last week. Okay, yeah. So let me delete the whole analysis and let us start from the swing trade point of view. Because what I've done is I've packaged my strategy into two different ways. The first way is 4-hour 1 hour time frame, which is swing trades. The second way is intraday trades, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. And because I'm the greatest man ever created, of I have a way of correlating all these time frames to ensure that I get both swing trades and intraday trades. Understood? So you are going to go through this market, and we are going to know the trades that I took yesterday and the trades that I'm looking for to take today. So yesterday I took 3 trades and I won all of them. Yesterday I didn't lose any, and also the day before I lost 500 USD. I made back it plus 500 USD tomorrow yesterday in the morning. I didn't count it as profits for the day. I made still some money from gold. Like, I don't even remember the amount of money I made yesterday. But we're going to go through gold in the 4-hour time frame. So in the 4-hour time frame, you clearly see that price was reaching a level of buyers. This is where buyers are seated. So that was the first thing that you need to know. And we need to mark the level of sellers. This is a level of sellers. So till now, I can't get into any swing trade simply because the 4-hour time frame is not clear. I can't get into any swing trade. So I want to move into the 1-hour time frame and modify the levels. Ah, by modification of the levels, I mean putting these lines well that way. Yeah. So that is, sellers are there. We have sellers at that area, and we have buyers at this zone. Let us see. Let me see. Niko na ujinga mwingi. Thus you can see that. So price, you see, yesterday I closed break even on gold, and it was a swing trade. And I was so intelligent. It was not intelligent. That was pure luck. I would have lost yesterday. What happened is I'd placed my take profit target at this area 4363.267. Do you see what price did? Price smelt my take profit target and backtracked fully. But that was good. So for us to enter into the swing trades, we have to see price. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify this and put it at the end of the week, that way. So what you have to do for us to enter into a swing trade, we have to see price break either this level, this high, or this low. So we can't get into any swing trade. But we have intraday trades, and this is where I go to the 15 minutes time frame. And the 15 minutes time frame, my work is to mark levels. So you can clearly see that in this area we had level of buyers or level of sellers broken, no correction. This is our second level of sellers. It was broken, but it was broken. Price gave us an indication correction. I didn't see this trade, to be sincere, and even if I saw it, I wouldn't have traded it. And then the third trade is this one. This trade in the morning, I've not executed this trade. Why haven't I executed the trade? Because we are going to understand in a few minutes. Okay, price gave us an indication. You can clearly see price has given us an indication. If I remove this rectangle and I put the line, it's going to be a clean indication. The reason as to why I didn't execute this trade And I was thinking this before I even went to church. If I was to execute this trade, that will be my entry, that will be my stop loss, and I'll be targeting a 1:2. But I didn't execute this trade simply because I wasn't comfortable. Because I saw price was nearing this level. And if you open these pivot points, you're going to notice something. What do you notice? You notice that you have a level, we have sellers at this area. At this area, that is the first level of sellers, and you have sellers at this area. But in my mind, immediately, I knew this level of sellers is important simply because, no, actually, this level of, let me see, this level of sellers is important simply because these sellers were responsible for breaking these buyers. You can see when sellers kicked in at 4517.375, it is the point where buyers were broken out of and we entered this trade yesterday. Remember that? But one yesterday on Tuesday, I think. So I think this level is significant, but my mind was so focused on 4528.050. So I was telling myself, for me to execute this trade, I need to see what price. You see what price is doing right now. Price needs to give me an indication, correction, and continuation. So my trade of the day in gold will come from that level. So a 15 minutes time frame is like the 4 hour time frame, and 5 minutes time frame is like the 1 hour time frame. So my entries, I get them from the 5 minutes time frame, but also the indication correction. So I know how to use these time frames together. They have to be aligned. You understood? And this is why I didn't get into that trade from the 5 minutes time frame, simply because I knew that in the 15 minutes time frame you have a powerful level of sellers. And you can clearly see, regardless of whether price didn't move the way, regardless of whether price moved bullish, you can clearly see that there's a lot at a lot. There's a lot of resistance at this area. So all I want to see price is price to give me a good level, correction, continuation, so that I can execute sales in the lower time frame. And when I execute sales in this trade, I'm going to put my entry at that level, stop loss at this area. I'll modify first 1:2. Let me see now. Let me see if there's a level close to where I want to exit. Okay, so this is going to be my take profit target. These highs. Let me wrap so I can clearly see. This is my take profit target. This. That is my take profit target. So we have a bigger risk to reward ratio if that happens. So I'm just going to wait patiently in the 5 minutes time frame. I need to see an ICC in the 5 minutes time frame. So in this situation, I'm going to consider this as our high, this as our high. So I can't, I don't trust this indication. I want to see something good. I want to see something like this or something like this. See, there's a lot of confusion at this level. I want to see a good correction. This is like a retest. I want to see a good correction. You see, yesterday, let me now show you the trades that I took yesterday that I would have taken. Yesterday I wasn't in the markets. I wasn't actively in the markets. So yesterday, there was this trade which was so good from this level. I don't know if the 15 minutes time frame is going to mark it. So in the 5 minutes time frame, I could see there was a lot of accumulation at this area. So price gave us an indication, it corrected and continued. Remember, price had reached a level of resistance. So price started reversing. They have executed sales, that level, place stop loss, that area. Our target, this will be a first take profit target, second take profit target, third take profit target, but it was a 1:4. So yeah, see, 1:4. Let me see why this was the ultimate take profit target, simply because the entry in the 5 minutes time frame is a bit lower. 5 minutes time frame, that was the entry and that was the stop loss. Yeah, so that was the trade. That was yesterday's trade on gold. So I'm looking for a good indication. I'm looking for a good correction. I don't want to trade nonsense. I want to see a good correction. Give me a good correction. If there's no good correction, you can't execute that trade, because now we'll be trading something that will be like gambling. So you can clearly see this is a good indication, this is a good correction. Give me a good indication, give me a good correction, or a break and retest. So in the meantime, I'll just open that. I want to see if price is going to mark a new pivot point. If the pivot point is going to be marked, maybe price is going to push a bit higher. If the pivot point is going to be marked, now I'm going to wait for the correction, then continuation. So till I'm sitting on my hands patiently looking at how price is going to behave at this area. But if you look keenly, you can see that the 5 minutes time frame, there's this trade, price gave us an indication, correction, continuation. And again, the reason as to, okay guys, we can execute this trade. To be sincere, I can execute this trade. But the reason as to I don't want to execute it, it's because of the resistance in the 5 minutes time frame. Put TP this area. I'll just be patient. I'll just wait. Just sit on my hands. But if I were to delete this will be an extremely good indication. Now this is a good indication, correction, continuation. Guys, I think I'm going to execute this trade, to be sincere. Let me screenshot it. I'm going to execute this trade. I'm going to risk 500 USD. Eventually, I know price is going to create a low high, but I want to execute this trade simply because actually this entry was supposed to be around here, that area. Stop loss, that level. Let me see. Can have a better stop loss. That's not a good one. That's not a good one. That's so big.